In today's video, we're going to talk about the Ontario land transfer tax. This applies when you're purchasing a home in Ontario, the situations in which you qualify for a land transfer tax rebate, and a certain circumstance that one of our clients just experienced where they thought they would qualify, but it turns out that they weren't eligible. If you're new to my channel, my name is Koukun and I run a real estate team here in the Niagara region. If you're interested in having a quick conversation about your real estate or mortgage needs, feel free to book a call. The links are in the description below. All right, so let's get into it. So first, we're looking here at our buyer's guide. So this is a document that we give to any prospective buyer who wants to work with us, and it is quite detailed. It goes into all the different stages of making a home purchase. But one of the pages on here, it talks through the land transfer tax. So basically, it's a sliding scale in terms of how much it costs. So 0.5% on the first $55,000, 1% up to $250, 1.5 to $400. And you can see it can get quite significant for a higher home price purchase, right? And currently only the city of Toronto has a additional land transfer tax on the city level. So it's the same tax, so it's twice the typical tax amount. And first-time homebuyers qualify for a refund of up to $4,000 of this purchase price. So typically, if you're making a home purchase of under $400,000, you may not pay anything, and then if it's above, you may pay just the difference. So it's not a huge amount. And here's some of the qualifying criteria. You must be 18 years of age, you must be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, you must occupy the home as your primary residence. But this is the real clincher that this one client of ours is experiencing. So she owned a property in another country. She was buying her first home in Canada, but the land transfer tax rebate does not apply if you've ever owned a property anywhere else in the world. Now, some of you may be thinking, does that always apply? How are they going to find out? Obviously, you have to decide if you're going to bend the rules there a little bit. In her case, she was using the down payment from a sale of a property. So it is very traceable to see that the money is coming in from a sale of a property. So she has owned a property abroad. So again, this is something that you want to be aware of, the situations that you may not qualify for, because you will have to account for that as an additional closing cost on your purchase. Some of the other restrictions: your spouse cannot have owned a home anywhere in the world while he or she was your spouse and has never received a first-time homebuyer's exception or refund. So if you already got it once, you can't get it for a second time. So now this is not an extensive list. If you're in the situation where you're not clear, I would recommend going to the ontario.ca website. This is far more detailed. Obviously, we're getting the information for our buyer's guide from this source, but you want to go here for the exact sort of details regarding it. So I'll leave a link for our buyer's guide as well as this ontario.ca website in the description and in the comments below, so you can get a free copy of either, especially our buyer's guide. Basically, you head over to our website and you can get a copy for free. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments below. Fairly straightforward in terms of getting this refund. If you're a first-time home buyer, you've never owned a property, you typically always qualify, but just some nuances to consider there, that if you've owned a property somewhere else in the world, you pretty much can't qualify for it here in Canada. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or book a call with me using the link in the description below. All the best.